We welcome you to scenic and sunny Southern California in Championship Soccer Stadium. It is the nightcap in the USL Championship tonight. From the Western Conference, Orange County SC, the 2021 champion, taking on Birmingham Legion, who are making moves in the East. Mike Watson, Ricky Lopez, Espen. Let's take a look at the IPA Physio Eastern Conference standings. And Birmingham has planted their flag in third place, awaiting the result from Louisville and Charleston. They may have a chance to jump into second place tonight, pending that result. Meanwhile, in the Western Conference, Orange County trying to get back into the playoff position and the top 8, but they have some work to do tonight. If they get a win, they could move as high as 6th place, supplanting El Paso, Oakland, RGV, and Phoenix. All right, Ricky, the good news for this Orange County side, they finally have a win, and it wasn't their best performance. Territorially, they were behind the 8 ball at times, but they gave up very little, and they got the goal they needed.
And I think one thing that comes to mind for Richard Chappell is just character building. You suffer together defensively, winning your individual duels. That was a main part for Richard Chappell, but also getting your monkey off the bat, being able to express yourself in that final third. Now, yes, you're winless before that, but now you take down a very talented indie side. So now Thomas Ameng, he's going to have a massive part. You bring in Nielsen as a target man. Thomas Ameng has the freedom to run in behind and test the shape of this Birmingham Legion side, a player that likes to play up the shoulder, that likes to run in behind, but very comfortable coming to feet. How quickly can he get confident in around that 18-yard box, asking questions of Birmingham Legion and that back line?
He is the Omega Accounting player to watch. 11 goals last season, looking for his first this year. Meanwhile, for Birmingham, here's the headline. They only have 5 on their bench, and 2 of them are goalkeepers because they are without 3 guaranteed starters, and certainly Roof would come off the bench. The big surprise, no Nico Brett tonight.
And it's going to be very interesting to how do they fare with that front 3 from Thompson. You have Agudelo, who's going to be the target number 9. But you talk about players that are going to look across the line and say, look, we have to do this together. It's going to be very difficult. Hostile environment on the road, a tie against a side of Orange County who came off a win. So what does this look like? Come together, stay compact, make the game very difficult against your opposition. That's going to be the key to Thompson and Birmingham Legion here today.
All right, so big players are missing, but a former MVP finalist does get the call here today. Top 10 in league history, goals and assists.
And that's what you want in your starting 11. Enzo Martinez has the freedom to play underneath, but to go in behind. He has a very good feel of when to come to feet, but also can combine, can beat you 1v1, and has a quality in that final third. If you're Thompson, you want Enzo Martinez on the ball early and often, especially in around that 18-yard box.
All right, well, fans in Birmingham have stayed up late for this one. The fans in Orange County are filing to their seats. Quite the fun atmosphere here in Orange County. It is Gnarly's birthday. We'll explain that at some point, why that Cougar was looking menacing as ever. Orange County, Birmingham Legion, coming up next, lineups and kickoff when we return after these messages and a word from your local station.
A few years ago, I was making cabinets and somebody gave this idea like, hey, why don't you make your beautiful doors to fit IKEA cabinets?
You know, we care about everything that goes into making a door or a panel or a cabinet. Designing a kitchen or even remodeling it, it's a difficult process. We're here to kind of bridge that gap between the vision and realizing that goal.
We're able to make everything in-house, handmade, handcrafted, beautiful product.
This match is presented by Hogue, the official hospital and healthcare partner of OCSC, by Omega Accounting Solutions, your ERC and tax specialist today, your trusted advisor tomorrow, and Northgate Market. Every visit has a story. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. They're brought to you by Kimco Staffing. We start with Birmingham Legion under Tommy Sohn. Agadello leads the line up front. And how about Inwegbo getting his third start out wide?
I think it just comes down to fluidity, whether it's Agudelo, whether it's Inwegbo, whether it's Kassim playing at the target man. You're going to see players changing position, but it all comes down to Aseodu and Martinez. How quickly can they get on the ball to provide those players a service in and around that 18-yard box? That back line needs to stay compact, keep everything in front of you, and look for a clean sheet here on the road.
All right, meanwhile, for Orange County, a little bit back to health. The sub-bench finally includes Seth Kasipli. Their lineup presented by Kimco Staffing.
And it's going to be a 4-3-3, but can also be a 4-4-2. You bring Nielsen out to the right-hand side. You have Among, you have Alosky leading the line. But Scott, he's the playmaker. He's going to be the general to connect it back to front, get him on the ball early enough to provide the supply to that front line.
And with that, we're ready for kickoff. Birmingham in the road red, home black tonight for Orange County. Can Nielsen find his way onto the score sheet this evening? Just one goal for the 29-year-old in his first 6 games for Orange County. Is it Prosper Kassim that leads shorthanded Birmingham to a really valuable 3 points on the road? Enzo Martinez will get the first touch tonight. And here we go. It's Birmingham taking on Orange County. The Legion making their first trip out to the OC. Sitting third in the Eastern Conference, taking on an Orange County side that can catapult into playoff position tonight. Gets by Villanueva. Offside flag is up. You know, we talk about all the missing pieces for Birmingham, and rightfully so. But Bryce Jamison called up to the U.S. under-17s. Nielsen gets his starting spot back in the lineup. And then you've got guys like Kasipli and Powers just starting to get healthy again. Ball wound in front, up by Among, and touched away by Alves, the Brazilian left back. Early set piece.
You talk about movement on the back end, whether it's Dogman coming into that final third. They're going to be very clever to see how Among and Alosky play together. You always want a near post run, a secondary run, creating chaos and confusion within the back line of Birmingham Legion.
Here's Milan Alosky, the league's Golden Boot winner last year, and the youngest in league history to get to 20 goals. The 23-year-old from Escondido sends the service. Looking for the back post, and Marcus Knockham, Norwegian center back with a flair for the attacking dramatic. This is Scott. Pressure winding in. Scott got by Martinez. Out to Dogman. Dogman's played so well at left back, it's allowed Orange County to push Villanueva further up the field. And frankly, Villanueva's looked really comfortable up there, and it seems like he doesn't mind a little less defending.
Just gives him a different look, the freedom to see him join the attack as he sees fit. How many times did we see him last week, whether it come underneath, whether it come around the corner, just asking all sorts of questions of the opposition. I think Richard Chappell has a nice little balance between that left-hand side. Dogman has to stay at home, but not scared to join the attack as well.
Spangenberg puts it in play for Birmingham. Cronali. Martinez chasing. Upfield from Knockham. Alosky turned away by Fanuel Kavita. Colin Smith. Kassim. Navigating Agadello. At the age of 30, former U.S. national teamer coming here to Orange County, still has that big body and the ability to allow runners to come off his hold-up play and change the game in a number of ways.
And the experience that he has as well in a game like this. when Birmingham Legion is extremely thin. He needs to be very vocal, very good in the spaces that he picks up to require a lot of attention, to let players, like we talked about, Kasim, like Inwegbo, to run in behind a true target man, but he also is very clinical in around that 18-yard box. So look for Agudelo to be involved early and often here in the first 10 to 15 minutes for Thompson.
Smith, quite the inversion here for the right back. Sun will be setting sooner than later, thankfully. Played into the feet of Martinez. Grinding away, circulating to Kasim. Chipping further, Smith was on the inside. That's a goal kick. For Birmingham, coming off a 3-0 loss at Loudoun. 2-match losing streak. They fell the week prior against Phoenix. Speaking with Tom Sohn, tragedy in his family, his father passing away on Easter Sunday. He was, in some ways, so proud of how the team cared for him in that moment. Certainly devastated at the loss of his father, who would travel to Birmingham, always supported, whether he was coaching or back in his playing days. Felt the team ultimately played a little bit flat coming out of that, and looking for a bounce back here despite missing so many key players to their lineup.
The ability to come on the road, to come together, to fight for one each other, and obviously someone inside the organization is suffering, to make that feel together and have that sense of to be together, to unite together, to fight for each other, to make life extremely difficult for this Orange County side. So it's going to be interesting for this Birmingham Legion. Talk about reactions in all sports. Going down 3-0, what does this look like on the road once again? Especially when your head coach is hurting at the moment.
Our thoughts with the Sohn family for their loss. Tom, one of the really great coaches to talk to in this league, and has been really from the day one. Ball thrust through by Martinez and lands with Cody Cropper. Cropper again. Nakim's been fun to watch, huh? Haven't seen a center back with this much freedom since Las Vegas in year one. Takes a deflection, continued pressure from Asiadu, and it's Villanueva plowing forward. Scott. Kim able to break lines, getting it by Inwegbo. Ball in front, tapped away. Nielsen, Among, spinning, Among from a tight angle. It rippled the net, it got a reaction, but it's short-lived.
And changing the point of attack from Orange County. Starts on his left-hand side, comes back to the right-hand side, just having numbers in and around that 18-yard box as it pins balls around. Among doesn't need a second invitation to pull the trigger. I think you have him, you have Nielsen on the right-hand side. It's going to be a nightmare for this back line of Birmingham Legion. 38 minutes in, we can just see committing more numbers into that final third, something that was lacking against in the 11. Richard Chaplow was quick to point out on our phone call. So we have players that have the talent. We need them to express themselves and get themselves in and around that 18-yard box, and we've seen it already 8 minutes in.
Smith down the line, Kasim. Sent back by Agudelo. This is Corcoran. Smith. Patient stuff, Agudelo through Kasim. It's Martinez trying to back heel. Martinez slipping through, angling in. Martinez curling. Header up and away. That's going to be a corner.
He's just so special. The spaces that he picks up between lines, but also the ball at his feet. Very tight, technical, balance, all of the above. With credit to Nakim, defensively spot on to put it out for a corner kick, but how good is Enzo Martinez?
You know, you talk about intangibles and the energy he brings, and for opponents, it's very hateable energy. And yet, such a special player on the ball. That launches too high for Crinali. And Scott going up the line. That's a huge collision. That's a free kick. He'll be with Birmingham. Before we get any further, let's give you a look at the Afters Ice Cream keys to the game. With Orange County, you talk about the attacking football, but once you do that, you still have to be clinical.
Exactly, and the talent that Richard Chappell has at his disposal, they need to stick the ball in the back of the net more times often than not. We talked about Birmingham Legion, how thin they are in terms of their subs, so be compact defensively. Keep everything in front of you, make everything narrow. Let this Orange County side go around you, not through you. That's going to be your key if you're Tom Sohn.
Among is back up, that's good news. Running into Anderson Asiadu is tantamount to running into a human embodiment of a brick wall.
Well, both of these boys, woo, that's got to hurt.
Yeah, nobody won there, did they? Is there any player you remember where you go, yeah, I remember that for all the wrong reasons, like one collision?
I was saying training every single day. Marcelo Silva.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy does not take no for an answer. Very physical, that center back.
Set piece for Birmingham. And caught by Cropper. Let's give you a look at the injury report. It's brought to you by Zolfagari Law. The good news is Kasipli got taken off out just late last night. Peterson, Shuttler, Jameson away on the under-17 duty, Lamb, McNulty, and then we mentioned all the players missing for Birmingham. Lopez hasn't debuted yet this year. Brett and Pasher, the two most dynamic scorers of the bunch.
I think there's going to be a big emphasis if you're Orange County, just the spacing and the positions of Kevin Partita and Kyle Scott. Yes, those two players connect passes. They like to break lines, their passing range on the offensive side, but defensively as well. We've already seen Enzo Martinez play off the shoulder and create chaos within the back line of Orange County. So you don't want to get caught too high, as one steps high, one needs to be that pivot so that it's that seesaw effect in the middle of the park for Richard Chappell.
Corcoran back to Crinali. Spent some time here in Orange County shortly after he was a Columbus homegrown following a Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year worthy run at Maryland. You know, these two teams haven't run into each other yet, and yet now that we're starting to see coaches go from conference to conference, the advent of full interleague play, everyone sees everyone at some point. And Tommy Sohn was over the moon just to have a different feel to games. You know, remember 2020 in the groups, everyone had to play each other 4 times. We are a long way from that now.
I think everyone's happy as well.
It's more balanced.
More balanced, that's all you can ask for. An opportunity to test yourself against cross rivals in terms of conferences. Never going to be a bad thing to test yourself across.
And Wegbo started to follow. Instead, it's Cropper. And there's Andrew Fox. Pressure from Martinez. Fox plays the simple ball. Knock him. Knocked it too far. Let's tell you, the cabanas are back again for the 2023 OCSC season, so don't miss out on all the fun, exclusive amenities that they have to offer. Cabanas designed specifically with group outings in mind include 20 match tickets, a private bar for you and your guests. Book your premium experience today, orangecountysoccer.com/premium. They've got the premium seats on the sideline, and then they've got the cabana in the upper deck. But it's got a premium bar. I don't know where you sit on that, Ricky.
On a bad seat in the house here.
Of course, Birmingham's playing in that new protective stadium that they built down in Alabama that's, I mean, it probably still smells new, right? Kavita spent a good amount of time out here in the Western Conference, huh? Well, danger is short-lived. Spangenberg handles that with ease. Among trying to test the Birmingham goalkeeper from Mesa, Arizona.
You're going to see a lot of this here from Birmingham Legion with Kasim and Nwegbo staying high and wide. And that's going to put a lot of pressure on the position from Dogman and Richards. They stay compact, they go out and confront them. So it's going to be very interesting to see how compact in the rotations within the back line of Orange County, just the way that Tom Stone likes to play expansive in the attacking phase.
You saw Richard Chaplow there, decisions that he has to make as well. Smith touched off by Agadello. Crossfield from Kasim. As if the pen that Ricky had gestured to fling that ball was right on the money. Service in front in Nwegbo. Oh, he could have gotten more on that. It wouldn't have counted either way. Offside.
And as the ball rotates to his left-hand side, there needs to be a lot of communication between Fox and Nakam. Playing off their shoulder, good movement from Nwegbo. A bit too eager, gets caught offside. The pattern playing, Tom Stone needs to be extremely happy changing the point of attack, making darting runs inside that 18-yard box.
Agadello caught up to by Partita. Good to see Partita back in the order as well. Orange County has been maybe the least fortunate team illness-wise this year. They've had 3 bugs running through the team at different points. Corcoran. Asiadu dropping in.
Great ball.
Able to break a few lines. That's out in front of Enzo Martinez. And Smith won't be able to keep Dogman from ushering it out.
But once again, just like I mentioned, the positions between Partita and Scott, you can't get broken that easy. This Birmingham Legion side is so good in the center channel. You'll be able to pick up passes with the Seidu, with Corcoran. I just want to have that seesaw effect as one stays as a single pivot in front of that back four.
Among. It's a nice exhibition. Asiadu able to step in, but it falls to Nielsen. Flying forward as Dogman making the run opposite. Tried to flick it through. Shot is on and pushed away from goal. And Brent Richards flowing up that right-hand side for Orange County. Agadello tried to get a touch to it. Nielsen supporting the width. Nielsen, angle tightening, lays it back for Olaski. Ricochets up, still chasing after it, Partita. Martinez got by him somehow. Scott pitchforks it forward. Partita, contact from behind, that's clean from Asiadu. If not, probably still about 2 feet outside the penalty area, wide. Charging down the line. Cutback ball further, Olaski! And the all-time scorer for Orange County sends this begging wide.
Nielsen has been so active. As you take a look for the penalty shot, as Asiadu comes in from the backside, there is contact, but it, like you said, Mike, it's outside the box. But as Nielsen cuts this ball back, I think it's that secondary touch that Olaski's unable to get his feet underneath him. That's why you see him falling as he swings to it. He doesn't get the contact that he would like. But it's better for Richard Chapel's boys, especially on the right-hand side. Brent Richards has been extremely active. Nielsen coming inside, and you have Villanueva making the run from a central position on a movement 20 minutes in on the right-hand side for Orange County.
Dropped in on the top of Among! It's in, but it does not count. Among wagging his finger. There is no VAR to save him as blushes. He is offside. "20 minutes in, there's good life to this game right now.
And it's dramatic of what a win can do in terms of your confidence and your rhythm, ability to get into that final third. Great ball.
Agadello running onto it. Agadello pumping the brakes, leaving it back. Kasim. Prosper Kasim. Won't prosper from that. Instead, it's Enzo Martinez. Flinging wide into Asiadu. Contemplative. Back to the width. Asiadu will bring it back.
It's been end-to-end between these two sides. As Agadello gets free, I think he needs to pull the trigger there. He cuts it back. Kasim takes a bit too long to make a decision. Just see the talent on display here for both of these sides on their front line. Asking all sorts of questions of the opposition and testing the shape and stretching each other.
The seam into Corcoran. Wegbo. DeVita. He's got it over Villanueva, but he's able to impact the play. And a foul from Corcoran, the teenager from Dallas. In his second season with the club, moving into a starting role this year. Don't miss the next Orange County home match next Saturday, May 6th. Black and Orange take on rival San Diego Loyal. First Fiesta de Football celebration of the season. Get your tickets today. OrangeCountySoccer.com/tickets. Pranali. Smith. Give and go off of Kasim. Smith. Scott. Smith recovers. Smith cuts it across. Seeking Martinez. That effervescent beard. Asiadu. Agadello. Smith. Agadello. Good spell of possession. Taken away from Asiadu. Among pressing from behind. Launched in over the top. That had to be offside for Olaski. You know sometimes it's too good to be true, right?
But what that does, Mike, if you're the back line for Birmingham Legion, you understand now Orange County has that threat to go in behind. That's the second time, whether it's Olaski, whether it's Among, the test, and they're not scared to play the direct ball. So Grognali, Kavita need to have a very good positionally playing together as one steps. They all step, don't want to get caught straggling behind. You see how explosive Orange County can be.
Dogman. And Wegbo in reverse. Shuffled off by Martinez. That's Agadello showing good footwork. Villanueva bounced off Smith. Cassine, Agadello always comes in with a good attitude. Sometimes you get guys who've reached the national team setup and they maybe don't see it the same way. Smith crossing. Corcoran taking the space and unloading.
You just feel a sense of calmness here from this Legion side as they do methodically to break through the lines and advance up the field. Cochran, it's a good idea, just leaning back. That's why you see it go up and over the bar. But the ball circulation from the Legion the last 10 to 15 minutes has been extremely good and quick.
Did you hear that OCSC has new premium seating options for the 2023 season? New GA box just above the bleachers. New field box sections now available. Now makes 4 premium seating options at the Champ, along with Cabanas, field MVP seating. Book your experience today, orangecountysoccer.com/premium. Good to see the tap still works tonight. Quick glance over the bleachers.
Just coming through the backside. Ronali of Among. It's been extremely active.
Do you expect anything less, though? Part of the MO for Thomas Among.
It's true.
Floated forward. Asiadu chasing. Fox was way up there. And Birmingham going direct, seeking Agadello. It's been a really composed performance by Birmingham, and you could say for Orange County as well.
It's not really forcing anything, no really sloppy turnovers, especially when they're playing out of the back. Their spacing has been very good. So if you're Tom Sohn, you need to be extremely pleased at the moment. Go for Richard Chaplow. You're getting more numbers into that final third. That's something that was lacking that we keep talking about against ND11. How defensively they were playing towards the end of that game for the last 30 minutes or so.
That's a wipeout from Alves. Ball through. That's epic, but it's offside. Villanueva denied by Spangenberg for good measure. Third time here. And either Among or Alaski has towed the line and gone a bit too far.
I think Partida just takes a bit too long to play this ball. For Richard Chaplow, I think the only argument you're going to have for your boys is once we turn this Birmingham Legion side over, especially in the center of the park, have to play a bit more quick and more decisive in breaking lines in terms of our passing, because the runs are there. Just the timing has been lacking so far.
Early service for Alaski, falls back here for Villanueva. Richards had stepped inside. Villanueva slides in. Ball falls. Dogman crossing, pushed in, and Orange County grabs the goal. Emil Nielsen. And the champ rejoices with the opening goal. Nielsen's second of the year, and it's presented by Hogue.
But give credit to Villanueva, the never say die attitude, to keep this ball alive. And then as Dogman gets into that final third, it's a cutback ball that's a nightmare for back lines. If you're a back line, you get beaten. What you're going to do is you're going to retreat towards your goal line. So that's going to leave real estate on the back end. Nielsen, striker instincts to hang around that far post, is never going to miss that opportunity with the quality that he has. Clinical finish, 1-0 Orange County. But you have to give credit to Villanueva. Keeps it alive, does all the dirty work, and that man reaps the benefit.
Second of the season. They'll all know his name at some point if he scores the way that they expect. The 29-year-old from Copenhagen who scored nearly a goal every other game at his childhood club. Went to Lyngby for the last 3 seasons, bagged 14 in 78 games. Corcoran. Orange smoke that could be misconstrued with the jerseys that Birmingham is wearing today. And what a sunset we've got here as well in Orange County. Among. You know, I thought it was interesting looking back on the 1-0 win with Richard Chaplow. It never really felt like Indy was all that threatening, but as it's picked up and driven away by Cropper, sometimes a 1-0 win can get your season back on track. It shows you that you can win by that slim margin, the clean sheet that they have been waiting for, and they find a way to will in a goal, ironically in the 30th minute of that game as well, and see it over the line. You know, that's how championships are built. That's how the championship was built for Orange County in 2021 for Richard Chaplow.
I mean, you know better than me, Mike, the ability to grind out wins, especially when it's not pretty. That's what good teams they're all about. Coming together, suffering together, because as Richard Chaplow said, look, we suffered together. How many times earlier in the season was it we're on our heels, but someone loses a lack of focus?
Well, there's a lack of focus. Agadello driving, firing, and scoring! Juan Agadello! His first of the season. And the former Chivas player, the former U.S. national team player, comes to Orange County and levels the score.
And it's Route 1 football here from the Birmingham Legion. A lot to left for Agadello could do. He sends his whole back line of Orange County diving in. The composure it takes from the big man, the soft feet, all of the above, the body control as one comes, the other one of Fox, see you later, into that back post. What else can you say from the finish? How clinical Agadello gets his hips around it and just ropes this thing into the side netting. Cody Cropper has no chance. It's 1-0, 1-1, Birmingham Legion.
Cropper and Agudelo teammates in New England for 4 years, and all due respect to Cropper, I would think Agudelo has beaten Cropper in training a number of times before, but this time it counts. It levels the scoreline just past 33 minutes, and Martinez looking for more. Kasim, Smith overlapping, floating, bounces back, Martinez got it wrong. And that is a combination of Route 1 and Champaign football that Birmingham can combine perhaps better than any team in the league.
Can hurt you in all different types of ways. As this ball pops out, it's a very difficult technique for Martinez. He's retreating back to get his hips around it. Traffic coming on, you have to be patient to let this thing come down. Goes up and over the bar. He has it in his locker. He's gonna want that one back, Enzo does.
Well, there are 8 games in the league tonight, and all have either started and gone 35 minutes or so, or been completed at this point. And who would have thunk that the only scoreless game we'd get would be Charleston and Louisville City, the 2 teams that Birmingham is chasing in the East. Charleston reduced to 10 for the final few minutes of that extra time. Monterey Bay knocks off Indy 11 3-2, and there's alarm bells ringing in Indy. They led 2-1 in the second half. Monterey comes from behind to win it. Switchbacks knock off New Mexico 2-1. Memphis leads RGV right now 1-0. El Paso up on Pittsburgh. Sacramento over Detroit. Those are either approaching halftime or just out of halftime, 1-0 in those. And Phoenix concedes a penalty, goes down a man for the final 30 minutes, but able to outlast San Antonio for a 1-1 draw. Meanwhile, we've already got 2 goals in this game, 35 minutes in, and a set piece coming for Orange County. Villanueva steps over. Olaski. Dog man. This guy had every chance to be a crypto king. Go out and get some Dogecoin, change the pronunciation. What people forget is, as this gets driven long, falls in, Dogman. Still alive here for Orange County, Olaski. Ball teed up, shot is wide from Kevin Partita.
And it's just so good here from Orange County, patient. And as this ball comes back to Kevin Partita, has one thing on his mind, get his hips around it, try to bend it into that far post. Just so unlucky, pulls it wide. But Orange County having a lot of success when they change the point of attack. Dogman has been extremely active getting into the final third. And a bright spot for Richard Chaplow at the moment.
I'll hang on to the pronunciation aside for another time. It's for the best. Sunset in Southern California, beautiful as it is. County Line Coalition taking in this Saturday night affair. Dogman able to slip by Smith. Bangs off Kasim. That's an unnecessary foul.
Yeah, there's no need to go into that if you're Fox. Birmingham Legion's pinned back. The ball's away from Agudelo. 30 minutes in. It's been a quality match here so far. Both goals, quality but different. Orange County teamwork goal, very patient, but then you have an individual brilliance here from Juan Agudelo to draw this thing here. A treat for the rest of the remainder of this one.
Grabbed by Cropper. No Brett, no Lopez, no Pasher, no Roof. Van Okel is on the bench, but Spangenberg getting the start for Birmingham in goal. No Jameson for Orange County. They do welcome back Seth Kasipley to the lineup, but still without McNulty and Lamb. Kavita. Alves. Just as he intended. Agudelo. Kassim has the overlapping Smith, turned it down. Agudelo scored 6 minutes ago. Tied the match, Asiadu. Crinali. Corcoran takes it back. Asiadu, stridently. Scott, that's wonderful. The Englishman acquired after his time at Cincinnati came to a quiet conclusion. And a foul in a transition moment with the elusive Milan Olaski.
Milan Olaski doesn't need a second invitation. When he sees green grass, the way that he just galloped and skipped by defenders makes it look so easy. Kavita comes in, and I'll tell you what, I think the big center back is extremely lucky not to see yellow there. He's walking a very thin line at the moment. 40 minutes in, that man knows exactly what he's doing. He takes out Milan Olaski. Extremely lucky to walk away without a yellow card.
Referee did a lot of jostling in that pocket. He may have shown a yellow while we were away. Vita may not be so lucky. Touch on that in a moment. It's a SoCal Gas yellow card, we're told. Ball floated up, at her cross, will never reach into the 6. Vita's second yellow card of the season as he approaches 200 games in the league. Up from Agudelo. He's so composed. It's got to drive someone trying to slip the ball off him absolutely insane.
It's not often you see a player as physical as he is, but also the soft feet.
Yeah.
And able to come into the pocket to combine. The reason why he's been in with the national team in the career that he's had.
Corcoran stripped by Scott, able to sneak it by Smith. Agudelo, 28 caps in a 9-year span. 3 goals. Of course, the U.S. had former Orange County player now, Michael Orozco, around the team at the same time. And in recent days, Kobe Henry and now Josh Winder for Louisville was in with the U.S. national team. Henry, the Orange County product. And Winder, the center back, likely headed to Benfica if the reporting is right. Upcoming summer window. That USA-Mexico friendly, which had more juice than I expected.
Thought it was going to be a friendly between those two countries.
I don't know if friendly is the word, but, you know, thought it'd be kind of corporate. Yeah. Did not play out that way. It never does.
Never does. Talk about the experience for Josh Winder to be in that situation, the camp as well, to pick the brains of a Walker Zimmerman, World Cup. Worlds of good for his development and his confidence going forward.
Jamison with the 17s. This is the ground he typically roams. Orange County keeps possession. Room to fling it forward, seeking Among. Richards, third season with the club. If you haven't figured it out yet, he can definitely float it in the box from there. And he did. And it falls to Olaski, who couldn't wing his foot around onto it. Martinez leads the charge. Kasim. Deflected by Richards. Corcoran brought it down. Spinning around is Mwegbo. Just crossed 200 minutes in the young season. 7th appearance, just his 3rd start. Smith. Juan Martinez. Is that a shirt or a doll for Gnarly that I saw in the background? We're really taking this birthday celebration seriously as we approach halftime.
Are you a big birthday guy?
Not typically, no, but you know.
For Gnarly, of course.
Well, that's a different deal. This is good from Orange County. Stridently forward, ball across. Defensive slide to keep that out. Alves prevents further damage, and a corner ahead of stoppage time.
And once again, it's Nielsen looking for this cutback ball, and it's just so hard to defend. Give Alves credit to read it out, sniff it out, and put it out for a corner kick. But Orange County having a lot of success getting around the edges and putting a lot of questions against Birmingham Legion.
True Path Loans corner. That is an Orange County foul. And no need for stoppage after a smooth first half. 1-1 at the break. 30th minute. Go-ahead goal from Emil Nielsen. And Agadello responds in kind in the 33rd.
I think it's been quality from both sides. Whether you're Orange County, probably the better as the half went on to get your footing right, to get the movements. But Birmingham Legion staying compact, playing Route 1. Agadello has been terrific. Seidu Martinez down the spine. If you're Tom Stone, you have to be extremely pleased with the effort in this first half. But it's all to play for in this next 45. I'm really excited for it.
All right, halftime coming up. We'll talk about the Open Cup matches. Hey, Wild Wing is here, the Ducks mascot. And that's not a mascot, that's the coach. Richard Chaplow's side grabbed the opening goal. Birmingham respond. IPA Physio halftime report is coming up after these words from your local station.
At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there's no one better at getting you back to you. Orthopedics and spine, it's all we do.
So we're getting that house we told you guys about.
You're buying a house?
Yeah. Soldiers get VA loan guarantees.
Yeah, no money down.
Well, my office gives us free bagels.
That's cool.
Yes. I'll get you the file.
Sounds intense.
Clients. What do you do?
Retired?
Tech?
Nah, Army.
Huh. Check your spam folder.
They just sung happy birthday to Gnarly. It warms the cockles of your heart. It's 1-1 between Orange County and Birmingham at halftime. Halftime presented by IPA Physio. So everyone's looking for points here on the weekend, but if you're still alive in the Open Cup, you've got these big, massive dreams, and why not? If you're Orange County, you get the chance to go to Providence Park after a 5-0 win in their opening Open Cup game. That's what you dream about, isn't it?
In the Open Cup, it gives you the opportunity to showcase yourself, your organization, and what better way if you're Orange County
to leapfrog
and do that against a Portland Timbers side at Providence Park, probably maybe one of the top environments in all MLS soccer. So if you're Richard Chapel, if you're Orange County, take this experience, enjoy it, and grab it with both hands.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome for Orange County. That matchup is on the 26th. As matchups will be on Tuesday and Wednesday. You'll see them on YouTube, Bleacher Report, and the Golazo Network, the new outfit by CBS Sports. Meanwhile, Birmingham trying to become kings of all of Chattanooga. They beat Chattanooga Red Wolves of USL League One 4-1 in their second round game. And now they're going to take on the NISA side, Chattanooga FC. So a chance to go up to Tennessee once again, get the job done, as they'll host them, then host Hartford on the weekend. That's also on the 26th, and they'd love to see a similar 4-1. They'd also like to see one of those. That's not so bad. Ricky, this is just a handful of the games in this round. Take a look at your top 4 games. Cincinnati, Louisville, how could you not be excited to see the Dirty River Derby back in real time? Miami and Miami, their stadiums are only 10 miles apart.
And that's why I picked it. Obviously, the proximity. Miami Classico is what they're calling it, but you go down to Tampa Bay Rowdies against Houston Dynamo. I think this Houston Dynamo side doesn't know who they are under Ben Olsen. They're still trying to figure things out. They've got results in MLS, but you're going to Al Lang. What does this look like for the Rowdies and then Nashville and San Antonio? Why not pick this game? San Antonio FC, we know what they're all about. Reigning champions, like to play direct, like to go into Geodis Park. What does this look like for Alan Marcina and the boys? Another opportunity to take down Nashville Soccer Club. If you're San Antonio, excited for that one as well.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, San Antonio is going to Geodis Park. Nashville welcomed 30,000 fans tonight. It may not have the same juice. Nashville, if they underappreciate what San Antonio does well, they're going to pay a real price for it. Orange County, of course, is playing on Wednesday at Portland, and then they get back into the meat and potatoes of their league schedule. Schedule is brought to you by Destination Irvine. They're going to go to New Mexico United next weekend, and then they welcome San Diego, that Southern California derby of sorts, especially now the Galaxy 2 has hit the bricks.
And then you go to the Oaken Roots and you welcome Sacramento Republics and Phoenix Rising. So I think if you're Richard Chapel, you're looking at this stretch of games as extremely important for your season. You have the quality to take down every single one of these teams. Obviously, going to New Mexico, it's going to be difficult. We'll see how that looks. But I think if you're Richard Chapel, you fancy your side, starting to hit that stride, get the results, start to hit the back of the net. It starts here tonight against this Birmingham Legion side, and then you'll sit nice and pretty against Portland Timbers, and then you go down this stretch of games.
Yeah, notably those 3 California teams in a row, and you can either sink the first half of your season in that 2-week stretch,
exactly,
or you could jump over all 3 of them in that span. Plenty more coming up here in our halftime, including a look back at the first half goals. One apiece at the break. Halftime is presented by IPA Physio. Back in a moment in Irvine after these messages and a word from your local station.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
That one a good strike, and he finds the back of the net. For Ownby. Ownby cuts it back. Ownby's cross to the back post. Dead! How about that start from Louisville City? Oh my goodness! Welcome back to Irvine, California. Halftime presented by IPA Physio. It is 1-1 between OCSC and Birmingham Legion. Mike and Ricky, let's get you caught on news and notes from the USL Championship and beyond. Oakland, they're down a couple of major sports teams here in the last half decade. The good news is that area around Oakland Coliseum provides a perfect place for Oakland roots to set their roots for perhaps the next decade, as they could potentially expand their place in the Oakland market.
And you know anything about the Oakland Roots and their fan base, this is massive for the city of Oakland. The way that the community has just grabbed this side and with closed arms, and how truly and loved they are in the city of Oakland, that's just going to do a world of good in terms of environment, but also the growth of the USL Championship in that city.
Yeah, brutal times for Oakland fans in other sports, but hopefully they latch on. The Malibu lot, it is just about a couple of football fields away from the old Oracle Arena, and just beyond that, the Oakland Coliseum. Charleston and Sacramento sit atop the conferences. Charleston dropped 2 points here tonight against Louisville. Sacramento is ongoing, but they lead. There are just 3 unbeaten teams remaining. How about Louisville City and Miami FC? ESPN2, May 13th.
And that one's going to be extremely interesting. Miami FC host Las Vegas tomorrow, but winless on the year under Anthony Pulis, not clicking on all cylinders on the attacking phase. So that's going to be a massive one on May 13th on ESPN2.
All right, let's show you the scoreboard around the championship here tonight. It's presented by Euro Soccer Trips. Scoreless at full-time, Charleston and Louisville 1-2 in the Eastern Conference. Can't find a goal. Switchbacks defeat New Mexico. Phoenix played half an hour down a man and still got a result against San Antonio. Goodness, did they need that.
And if you're Wongare, you're extremely pleased with that. Go to one to the right, Memphis 901, talking about needing wins, going to RGV, which we all know where dreams go to die. But if you're Memphis 901, see this one out, take all 3 points going back to Tennessee. El Paso is leading the Riverhounds in the 73rd minute.
Wilmer Cabrera told me he had never heard that phrasing before, and
Shocking.
I'm like, it turns out he really doesn't listen to the broadcast. Here's a look at the Destination Irvine upcoming schedule for the USL on ESPN, the aforementioned Louisville-Miami game on May 13th. And then we take a little break, come back right before the 4th of July. That Memphis team against Phoenix, who knows if they both get right like they have in past years, maybe that turns into quite the matchup. It's an 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific kick. All right, it is 1-1 here at the break, and after a quick trip to concession stands here at the Champ, fans finding their seats again. More action to come. Halftime was presented by IPA Physio. The second half is coming up after these messages and a word from your local station.
few years ago, I was making cabinets and somebody gave this idea like, hey, why don't you make your beautiful doors to fit IKEA cabinets?
You know, we care about everything that goes into making a door or a panel or a cabinet. Designing a kitchen or even remodeling it, it's a difficult process. We're here to kind of bridge that gap between the vision and realizing that goal.
We're able to make everything in-house, handmade, handcrafted, beautiful product.
This match is presented by Hogue, the official hospital. This match is presented by West Coast Hibachi, tasty hibachi-style cooking made from fresh local ingredients. And once again, the Noah Benadou Foundation wants to remind fans to never drive drunk and get home safely. Halftime here in Irvine. Let's show you the highlights from the half that was, brought to you by Turf Newport Beach. There's the opening goal.
And just terrific work here from Villanueva. And then Nielsen just hanging around that back post. The cutback ball has been on all night for Orange County as the back line for Birmingham Legion. Drop Sargent, there's going to be real estate to cut this ball back. But playing Route 1 football for Birmingham Legion, as this ball gets through, there's a lot left to do for Agudelo. We talked about how big he is and the soft feet that he possesses. He makes everyone dives, and there's no keeper in the world stopping that. Terrific goal, Juan Agudelo, 1-1 at halftime.
Halftime stats are brought to you by the Savi Law Group. 1-1 at the break, 11 shots, and both teams cashed in on their lone shots on target. Birmingham more the possession, and Orange County caught offside 3 times, including one that negated a goal. And so we're ready for the second half here in Irvine. Whether you've stuck with us in Birmingham or you're just starting to take in the evening in Orange County, glad you're along for the ride with Ricky Lopez, Espin, Mike Watts on hand. OC got the goal in the 30th. Birmingham got the response in the 33rd. Now we see who's out to take all 3 points here at Championship Soccer Stadium in the second half. It's Orange County swinging a ball in right off the bat. Long throw into the penalty area. Bouncing ball, that's cleared. Scott steps in. Taken on by Villanueva. Swerves the ball into the width. Smith got under it. Smith remains down. Play continues. This is both a throw for Birmingham and a respite for them, with Smith grabbing at his face.
To be like an awkward collision between him and Milan Iloski as he slips. Even the trailing arm catches him from Iloski. There's no ill will there. You just see in discomfort Colin Smith at the moment.
You know, Ricky, all the talk about Gnarly's birthday, I just tried to look up yours. Dude, are you off the grid? Wikipedia has your birth year, but not your birth date. You played professionally for like half a decade. Longer. How's that possible?
Like to keep I was thinking about it. A clever response, don't have one. My birthday is December 2nd, Michael.
Okay, well, I did miss it. But what about your social security number?
My mom's maiden name as well.
Yeah. Throw in by Smith, who appears well enough to continue after taking that inadvertent arm. Turned over here, Birmingham attacking right to left in the second half. Agadello pushing. Kasim got trapped. That's well executed. Out to Olaski. Just got by Villanueva. Snapped down by Partita. Been a welcome addition back to midfield. Corcoran tracking. Orange County pushing toward the final third. Villanueva. Ball pumped over the penalty area, header away, Kavita involved, and Olaski sent that right into the county line coalition.
Such a difficult technique. Try to swing your foot on it, get it on target over your left shoulder. Once again, playing into the feet of Among, having all sorts of success for Orange County. Villanueva extremely active in reading, went to anticipate to pick up those second balls. Been extremely active in a bright spot for Richard Chapel, just playing off the shoulder of Corcoran and Asayadu.
There's Cropper. It's amazing about Birmingham's start now. 3-0-1, and they've lost their last two. And the circumstances aside, visas, injuries, they still haven't seen Mikey Lopez on the field. Nico Brett arrived days before the season began. Tyler Pasher comes in, arguably the most talented player in the league. In great form with Indy in 2020, goes on to Houston for a couple of years. Picked up by Birmingham. Partita arguing with the AR about this. I guarantee he won't win it. But with Saviola, you'd have a better chance. Nevertheless, they still are nowhere close to seeing what this looks like at its best.
And that's a scary thing.
Really, yeah.
You're Tom Stone. You and the players in the clubhouse know how good this side can be when they power full force, when things are clicking. If you're in the Eastern Conference, it's the Legion side.
Birmingham getting across through Asayadu. Yeah, this is just the beginning. That first year, it was a good number of MLS retreads in there. Jay Heaps and Tommy Sohn both coming from New England, along with some guys with strong USL experience and pipelines that they had hit well while they were in New England and working through different avenues. But they've gradually shaped this, adding 4 or 5 really good pieces every year. Ball across, dangerous. Richards was the target, drops down, cross from Nielsen, got cut out easily by Kavita. And Kavita is a great example of a guy that was so good in St. Louis, so good in Salt Lake City over the years. Great fit in Birmingham. That's 3 years ago, and this year you're adding in, you know, Nico Brett back after a year at New Mexico. Pasher. Ever evolving.
It'll be very exciting to see what they're like when they hit peak form, confident, all of the above.
Seadu's living a little higher up the field to start the half.
He does so much for this Birmingham side on both sides of the ball. Just clogging that center channel defensively as a screener in front of that back four, but also just connects passes.
Look at that diagonal. The run and the ball. Smith offside.
And he's been a good addition as well.
Yeah.
From a right back, ability to join the attack, has an attacking mind. As an outside back, has the quality to serve the ball in. Just gives this whole Birmingham Legion side just another weapon to advance through. I mean, if you're Tommy Sohn, when everyone's fully fit, peaking, you have a lot of decisions to make, and that's not a bad thing.
Crognale, that's a foul. Among is down, that's a yellow card. Among was a long way from goal.
He's been so active just playing off the shoulder. Just a bit quicker there from Crognale. And again, there's no need to swipe at this ball just like that as he takes out Among. It's been a nightmare to defend all night. So now if you're Crognale, what does this look like? 54 minutes in, you pick up a yellow right after halftime. You need to be extremely disciplined in one, your positioning, but two, the challenge that you decide to go into.
SoCal Gas yellow card, third of the season for Crognale in 7 games. Where are you aiming this?
For the back post. If no one touches it, squeaks in.
Well, into the wall from Olaski. The best laid plans.
Yeah, he's going to want to do better there. But those angles are so tricky for a goalkeeper. The traffic that's coming towards you, very easy to get lost, to see the ball late, unable to react. Hoping for a bit of a better service there from Olaski.
Crognale met the throw. Agadello held it up and sends Martinez running. Wasn't able to set Seadu free. He was right behind the halfway line, and if he's able to push that 30 yards upfield and maybe give him a chance to run onto it, we may have a different conversation. Birmingham on the run again. That's a foul. Smith brought down again. Cool story, Smith, really. He's from Jacksonville. He moved to Dallas at 14, take part in that great FC Dallas Academy. Ends up playing 68 games for North Texas, who've put out some awesome players for sure. Ricardo Pepi, most notably, perhaps. But Jonathan Gomez, before he really got into North Texas, went to Louisville and eventually overseas. Nevertheless, played in League One and Next Pro, called into the U.S. Youth National Team. Gets the chance to come back east as the yellow card comes out. It's presented by SoCal Gas. You might think, well, Jacksonville's a long way from Birmingham, but he's a Roll Tide guy because his parents actually met in Tuscaloosa while they were students at Alabama. And now here he is playing up the road in Birmingham. Olaski ushers it through, and Among turning off Kavita. So, wouldn't quite call him a homegrown, but you wouldn't quite say he isn't. Scott, the newly cautioned Kyle Scott. Oh, this is good. Striking with his right foot, deflects down and away. Only to see this picked up by Birmingham with wind in their sails. Well, not anymore. That's an obvious yellow to Partita.
And he needs to take it. Seadu is off to the races if he doesn't. Seadu extremely frustrated, wailing his arms.
Ricky, he tried to take that foul like 7 times. That hit Olaski all wrong. Asidu picked it up. Alves. Fertitta helped to block it. I don't know what that hit, but it wasn't good. Nielsen leading. Olaski. Spangenberg got something on it.
It's really good goalkeeping there from Spangenberg. Olaski is trying to get that touch. He's always looking for the contact to go down. Those are always tricky. For a goalkeeper, you need to be extremely decisive when you come off your line. Doesn't go down too early. Doesn't give the striker any opportunity to go down. Good goalkeeping.
Bursting into the penalty area, Smith undeterred. Kept it in, rolls it back, Martinez! Nutmegs it through to Enzo! And he ends it with the perfect shot. Birmingham ahead. His 60th regular season goal in the championship.
We've talked about having a right back that has the ability to advance into that final third. But once you get to that final third, you have to have the composure to pick up your head, put this thing on a platter to a trailing run of Enzo Martinez. We've talked about Enzo Martinez's ability to read the game, when to join in, but also when to hang about 6 yards out, and he's not going to have an easier finish in his career than that. There's traffic, yes, but just get clean contact and put it on target. Enzo Martinez. Terrific goal, Birmingham Legion 2-1 up in the 60th minute.
He moves into 9th all-time in league history goals scored. His 60th. He has 39 assists. That is 8th all-time in league history. And Birmingham now approaching the hour mark, have the lead with about half an hour to play.
And again, Mike, it's just all about that cutback ball. You always have a big emphasis on your two center midfielders to drop back and do your defensive duties. We've seen it 3 times tonight already. There's a big gaping gap. As the back line crashes towards the goal line, who's going to be the one to pick up that secondary runner? Whether it's Partita, whether it's Scott, it's neither. And it's Enzo Martinez reaping the benefits to put the ball in the back of the net.
Alves. Sent long, Richards chips it down to Cropper. Tonight might be the Black and Orange's final home game this month. LCSC will play 3 home rivalry matches at the Champ in May. Fiesta Day football against San Diego May the 6th. Happy hour match Wednesday, May 17th against Sac Republic. Capped off with Foundation Night, May the 20th against Phoenix Rising. OrangeCountySoccer.com/tickets. Martinez. Corcoran played that out. Approaching the end line. Smith, watch out, he can wiggle free. Dogman this time up to the task, wins a free kick. And that was really clever from Smith, wasn't it? That ball into Enzo Martinez.
How many times have we seen young players get into that final third and just smash the ball across and hoping that someone on their same jersey is just hanging around to pick up your head, have the body control, have the technique to pick out Enzo Martinez. Just terrific stuff there from Colin Smith.
There's Tommy Sohn. What a tremendous career he's had as a manager, as a player. And here in Birmingham, he feels like they're so close getting to the promised land. Finished 3rd in 2021, 4th in the East last year. They've only been to the conference semifinal once. Last year finally got a home game. The year prior, advanced because Pittsburgh had a COVID outbreak. So they finally have a little tread there. That ball got demolished out of play, and suddenly not one, but 2 balls.
3
balls. That's at least 1 too many, probably 2 too many. Well, it is a corner for Orlowski. He only needs 1 ball to take it. Drew Pathalone's corner kick for Orange County. Orlowski, a lot of air under it. Deflects free. Pranali leads. Red jerseys fanning out. Corcoran. Bragadello never got there. Siadu crashed into Fox. That's a foul, a tug from Enzo Martinez, and he's halfway to an Enzo Martinez hat trick. It's a card goal and assist. See Dylan Powers entered the game here for Orange County, 5 in black. Agadello slide in, knock him. SoCal Gas yellow card to Enzo Martinez. By the way, Scott was on a yellow card. It appears he's the one who came out. Sub brought to you by Metaquip, turning setbacks into comebacks. Villanueva comes off. Sheesh Chacha comes in. And Brian Orlowski's 3rd appearance of the year, and this should be his most extensive appearance of the year. Nielsen comes off. He scored in the 30th, but you hadn't really heard as much from him here in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, as this game has gone through, faded, unable to make his impact felt much like in that first half. But Orlowski, a player that wants to get on the ball, wants to create him and his brother Milan. What does this look like? Chad has been a nice addition for Richard Chapo in the center of the park. How quickly can he make his impact felt in this game? Changes are coming in to raise the level, to give quality, something that was lacking for this Orange County side.
Biba and Wegbo. Found Agadello. Agadello sees this bounce off an OC player, lead to a Birmingham corner.
Just takes a bit too long, Juan Agadello at the moment. His first touch lets him down. That gives time and space for the Orange County back line to crash on him, put it out for a corner kick. But he's been so good, asking all sorts of questions of the opposition. Agudelo has.
Birmingham finds some insurance. Too far, and we'll tell you that fans, still time to go out and check the all-new merchandise for 2023. A new women's collection, new sweatshirts, and a new OCSC quarter zip. Go over to OCSCshop.com to grab yours tonight. Through for a Mong. Goes cascading wide. Brian Orlowski through now. right at Spangenberg. That angle got way too tight to make anything more of it.
But it's good pattern play here from Orange County. Shadow understands if I come from a deep line position, I'm going to be on mark. Clever reverse ball from Miloski. Exactly that. Escovedo's coming in the backside. Shadow doesn't have the ability to have a full swing at it. No backlift on it. Easy save for Spangenberg.
Fighting in Corcoran. By Olaski, it continues. Orange County take over. Down the line. Agadello off of Olaski. Well, Birmingham would move into a tie for second, ahead on goal difference over Louisville City in the East, and just 2 points off Charleston if they see this result out. For Orange County, the loss would leave them in 9th, but RGV and New Mexico spoiled their chances to move up. Las Vegas plays tomorrow against Miami. Ricky will get the abject joy of calling that fixture. Teams with harrowing 4-point starts. I'd say someone has to get their first win, but that's not entirely true.
We're hoping. Both teams need it, that's for sure.
It's a late whistle, but it's a whistle nonetheless. That's a big shrug in from behind. Martinez, arms gesturing wildly. And maybe something to be made here for Orange County.
Once again, you're looking for quality. You don't want to loft this thing up and have too much air underneath it. You just look at the physical presence within the back line of Birmingham Legion. We're going to have a lot of backswing on this thing. Just sweep it into that far post. Pace, whip, all the above. Brian Olaski does have that in the wand of the left foot that he possesses.
Or he could give it off to Mr. Powers. He's now trailing to his left. You want this swinging toward goal or away in a perfect world?
Away. Gives your teammate the chance to run onto it. Don't need to hit it too hard. Let the momentum go against you. Just flick it into them.
One hand up. It is Olaski. Martinez came off of Powers. Partita. Somehow that got swung toward frame and did deflect in route. Kavita was among those over there. Corner here for Orange County. They've gone quick. Ball through. This is off the training ground. Olaski came out of nowhere. Teams are playing in the Open Cup midweek. Birmingham, in theory, drew the long straw. They get Chattanooga FC from NISA after knocking out Chattanooga Red Wolves in the second round. Anyone who knows Chattanooga FC's history knows it's not quite that simple. Orange County, however, has to go to Portland and play at Providence Park on Wednesday night, and then pick up from there and head to New Mexico, play at altitude. Neither team wants the baggage of a defeat. Birmingham would love to fly home with a winning result. Asiadu. Further by Corcoran. Smith has been revelatory. Martinez pirouettes. Clearance fell right to Martinez. Dancing and ultimately losing his footing. I didn't realize until I was flipping through the game notes, his brother Alex is on the staff now at Birmingham.
Nice little connection.
Former teammate at Charlotte Independence. Man, that was a fearsome duo. Ball through and will flick out of play. That's a step on the heels. It leads to a Orange County free kick. Dogman got his paw stepped on.
Good defensive recovery there from Dogman. Gets in between the body and Crognali. Takes the contact, goes down.
Alves, Martinez. Fox. You know, this is the first time I realized that Fox and Dogman are playing next to one another. That's recovered by Inwegbo. Asidu. Alves. About a quarter hour to go here in Irvine. Alaski. Able to maintain through the challenge from Martinez. Fox. Among faces up on Kavita. Corner for Orange County.
Kavita's been extremely good here tonight in terms of his positioning when he rotates over to provide the coverage for his outside back. Alves is getting caught out a bit too much, getting caught too wide. Orange County exploiting the space, the channel. Kavita does extremely well to put it out for a corner kick.
High arcing ball. That's two hands pushing down on the shoulders from Knockham. Kavita invites Among in. That is a foul.
Once again, it's Agudelo doing the defensive duties of the ball, dropping deep. It's been so good, Birmingham Legion.
See in the background, Orange County is preparing a sub. We'll wait a moment. A lot of space here, but didn't find Kassim. Down the line and out of play. Finale. Here's the adjustment now. It's Karady Oshindina coming on. Morten Bjorschel will come in as well. So this will be it sub-wise. Partita comes off. He's on a yellow card. Good to see him back into the lineup. 6th start of the year. Subs are brought to you by Mediquip, turning setbacks into comebacks. Milan Olaski comes off as well. And these are the first minutes he's missed this year. You have to think there's at least one eye on Wednesday night.
That's my thinking as well. Going up to Providence Park, Milan Olaski, you want to save his legs to give your side a chance to nick a goal against the Portland Timbers. You have Oshindina, very electric, but also Bjorschel, the success that he's had in the Open Cup as well. 12+ minutes here for Orange County, trying to get a goal back and call himself back into this game.
So we will not see the return of Seth Kasippli here tonight. Barring any, as this bounces through, contact from Grinali. The fans are beside themselves. Among does not draw the penalty. Cadello trying to hold up play. Off of Powers. Fox. Header snap forward toward Among. How about Knockham? Raising his arms to the crowd. Another set piece for Orange County.
As we take a look back at the penalty shout, as Among comes across Grinali, there's not much in there, looking for the contact.
Drew Pathlone's corner kick. And that path will see it end up being a goal kick. Becoming a season ticket holder is the only way to ensure your seat at Championship Soccer Stadium for every OCSC home match in 2023. If you haven't gotten yours yet, get them prorated for the rest of the season. Head to orangecountysoccer.com/season-tickets for more information. That was a big bag of popcorn. That is a going home with leftovers size bag of popcorn. Or going home with a bellyache size bag of popcorn. Brought down. Oshindina. Support wide, floated up, away from Spangenberg. Still alive here for Orange County. Back to Richards, curling, penalty spot, up in the air. Kavita the header. And now away by Alves. Agadello trying to take over. But ladled across by Bjorschel. Did Kavita pull his head out of the way? He was not able to. He claps his hands in frustration. If he just dips his head half a second sooner.
And once again, you're looking for quality here from Brian Olaski. Aiming for right on top of that 6-yard box. And you're Spangenberg. If you come off your line, you need to be extremely decisive to get any sort of contact on this ball. Starting to see from Orange County to applying a lot of pressure, committing a lot of numbers forward.
Tonight we're passing 20% of the regular season played. Birmingham could be in second if they see this over the line. Corner for Brian Olowski with a lot of traffic. Olowski sidestepping. Dan Ravino set to join in a moment. Maloney from New England. Morten Bjørshol just went sprinting into the penalty area. Richards. And they get a flick on here. Instead, it's flicked out. And launched forward again. Trying to get under it. Wasn't there for Chata. Now he's on it, however. Martinez has to play it. Agudelo, a burst of speed. Lays across. Cutting at the edge of the penalty area. And through now in Wegbo. Slide to clean it off his foot. And Wegbo is still down.
And it's terrific backtracking there from Powers to run over 20-25 yards to do his offensive duties. Good ball in from Kasim. Last-ditch defending effort from the midfielder. Those little things in terms of clawing yourself back into the game. Experience, the leadership, a little far away. Means so much to Richard Chappell and what they like to do on both sides of the ball. Dylan Powers.
With Birmingham, a reminder the next Orange County home match comes next Saturday, May the 6th. As Orange County takes on San Diego Loyal in the first Fiesta Day football celebration of the year. Get your tickets today, orangecountysoccer.com/tickets. And of course, those cabanas are back for the season, so don't miss out on all the fun and the exclusive amenities they have to offer. Cabanas designed specifically with group outings in mind. 20 match tickets, a private bar. Book your premium experience, orangecountysoccer.com/premium. Richards throws in. That is another foul on a set piece by Orange County, being a tad too overzealous. This one appeared to be Fox. Soars off the head of Among. That's somehow not a handball. Olowski. Oshandina! He went flying for it. Spangenberg mucked up the waters. There's a lot to unpack here, Ricky.
First of all, it is a handball, and Akram doesn't go call it. Spangenberg does extremely well. Comes off his line. As Oshandina is coming, he knows there's going to be contact. The bravery, Oshandina gets contact on it. Last-ditch defending effort.
Ball across on the True Path Loans corner. No harm, no foul. Not sure that's how Birmingham sees it, but it's the way it plays out. And this is well beyond Enzo Martinez.
I think if you're Malcolm, if you're a center back playing striker, you can get away with that. We've talked about it. The ability to get into the final third, the freedom that he has.
He never got away with the occasional arm of God.
No, it did not.
No. Header crashing. Oshandina! How in the world is that still in play? What?
Orange County having a lot of success with second balls.
Wow.
Spangenberg comes off his line. Oceandina beats him this time. Deathly touch and just gets denied by the post. Doesn't miss by much. Oceandina's given this Orange County a spark of energy, just willingness to anticipate.
Nwegbo is off. That's Moses Mensah entering for Birmingham. 33 on for 7. Brought on another left back here. Sub brought to you by Mediquip. Thrown into the box. Ricochets free. Settled top of the 18. Flicked through by Dogman. Throw for Orange County. 2 minutes and stoppage to go. Triangle became a tad too isosceles. Crossfield and a foul. A shove in the back with 100 ticks and stoppage time to play.
Get an A+ in math.
Yeah.
There's no need for this. Oceandina, you're just not even looking at the ball, taking the body of Smith. Once again, rarely put a foot wrong in this match. As the assists on the Enzo Martinez goal. Been extremely well positioned defensively, joining the attack. Thompson needs to be extremely pleased with the young man and his performance put forth.
Oceandina off the bench for the 5th time in 6 appearances this year. And you mentioned it, he has been a really good spark. That is headed back toward goal and held on the line. That was a defensive header by Alves. Spangenberg hangs on. Stoppage time, 3 added minutes. Flicked header through toward Among. Among swings inside. That's blocked. Turning wasn't there for Dogman. Now cross Knockham. Powers circulating back, kept it away from Agadello. 2 more minutes. Birmingham can rise to 2nd in the East. They can just see out 2 more minutes. Can Orange County steal a point here? They did lead for about 3 minutes in the first half. Agadello responded, then Enzo Martinez returns to the starting lineup and grabs his 60th career championship goal in the 59th. Change here. That is it for Prosper Kassim. Grayson DuPont enters, the Birmingham native. Sub brought to you by Mediquip. Say that stayed in. Ball stripped free. Layered onto Oceandina. Rolled across. And hit back across the face of goal by Alaski. Soars upward, still another minute. Bjorschel through Oceandina, crossing, what a save! Spangenberg just stole 2 points for Birmingham. Wow!
And it's good pattern play here from Orange County as Powers lets this play develop. But talk about a big-time save. Fantastic stuff there from Spangenberg to deny Fox as he joins into the attack. 6 yards out. Reactions like a cat to go down to his right-hand side to put a big bear claw and to deny Orange County the equalizer.
Wow. And Birmingham seconds away from a priceless road win. Orange County may get one more crack. They've looked dangerous. It's all got to be forward from here. Richards, that is it. Birmingham goes on the road and snap their 2-game losing skid. Agadello and Martinez lead the way, and Spangenberg with the heroics in the final seconds to secure the win.
What a fantastic save at the death of this match. He's shuffling towards his left-hand side, quickly power steps to reaction down to his right-hand side to secure the 3 points. We talk about a coming together win, a character building win. We've talked about the hardships that Birmingham Legion has gone through. The loss last time out, 3-0. Tom Sohn suffering, then bench, all of the above to come together. Hostile environment on the road. Terrific win for Birmingham Legion as they go back with all 3 points in their pocket.
That is remarkable. And finally, Birmingham, 2 disappointing weeks, have something to celebrate. And for OCSC, this one's gonna hurt. They get their first win. Nielsen, Northgate Market man of the match. Scores in the 30th, puts OC ahead. They're not able to see it out, and ultimately fail to take anything from the match ahead of their upcoming Open Cup game in Portland. We'll wrap this one up on the other side of the break. Spangenberg and Birmingham, a road trip worth its weight in gold. They get all 3 points, and they are in second place in the East. Postgame brought to you by True Path Loans, and it's coming up next.
Here in Irvine, there's something for everyone. You can satisfy your sweet tooth here or here. Cool off with freshly picked berries or catch some rays. Get some post-worthy views or rock out with your friends. Raise your adrenaline or just relax. It's master planned with you in mind. Irvine awaits.
Welcome back to Irvine. Birmingham go thousands of miles away from home and get a 2-1 victory at Orange County. The final score is presented by True Path Loans. Mike Watts and Ricky Lopez. Espen, let's walk you through the full-time highlights brought to you by Turf. Newport Beach. Started the 30th minute with the opening goal. That's stick-to-itiveness from Villanueva.
And just terrific pick out here from Dogman as he cuts the ball back. It's Nielsen, who's playing as a right winger in this game by trait, a number 9, but the space that he picks up, deadly clinical finish. And then what was the reaction going to be like from Birmingham Legion? Juan Agudelo gets free in behind. He sends Malcolm and he sends Fox packing to have the composure, the body control, the technique from the big man. Clinical finish as he ropes this into the side net. There's not even a courtesy dive from Cody Cropper. He couldn't even do anything. But Colin Smith was terrific. We talked about him all night, the ability to get into that final third, the cutback ball through the legs of Villanueva. No stopping that. And then the man we highlighted in the open, Enzo Martinez, has a nose for the right space at the right time. Birmingham Legion 2-1, going back to Birmingham with all 3 points.
All right, Ricky, the full-time stats are brought to you by Savi Law Group. Chance for your final thoughts on this game?
I think if you're Tom Stone, it's a character-building win to come together. Everything that's gone around your club in the last 2 weeks to put a performance like that, top class. But if you're Orange County, you played good football. But the only thing that was lacking was sticking the ball in the back of the net, and that's been the story of the season so far for Richard Chaplow. You're doing extremely well inside that 18-yard box, but how clinical can you be when you get there? And tonight, not enough.
Well, Birmingham is a top 5 scoring team in the league now. They pick up 2 goals after falling behind. Agudelo and Martinez, believe it or not, they each bagged their first of the season. True Path Loans presents the final score as Birmingham catapults up to second in the Eastern Conference. Orange County stays below the line a week longer. For our entire crew and Ricky Lopez-Aspin, Mike Watts saying thanks for watching and have a good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.